Do you ever feel like you just don't have quite enough room in your Jeep, or it's a little difficult to get in and out of? I'm about 6'2", and this isn't the most comfortable ergonomics seating position, especially with a big puffy coat on or just getting in and out. The steering wheel on these old Jeeps is a little bit intrusive. It's a 17-inch wheel, which is good for leverage, and they look great, but if you want a little bit more space, Kaiser Willys has a new option that's part of the Willys owner product line, and it's a super high quality steering wheel that's just a little bit lower profile. So this is the MB or GPW style wheel with the spokes, and it has the kind of army green with the little knurling on the back, so it's an exact reproduction or an exact replica, but it's just 2 inches smaller. So this is a 15-inch diameter wheel, and it looks great, and it will give you just a little bit more room. So I'm going to, without any real edits, just real quick, I'm going to sit right here, a little bit different style video for me, and remove this wheel and install the new one, and that'll give you a good idea of how much more room. You know, in these cramped little Jeeps, my seat's in the stock position, a little bit goes a long way. So let's just work together and change this wheel out. This shouldn't come off too hard because if you saw my last videos, I just did the power steering conversion on this. And I will say, in doing that conversion, I modified my column bracket just a little bit because you're no longer bound by those holes in the frame that, you know, only move a little bit. I was able to move my column up a little bit to move the steering wheel away, but now I want to make it even more comfortable by going with a little bit of a smaller diameter wheel. So your steering wheel will probably come off a little bit harder than this, but like I said, having them on and off multiple times does help that a little bit. I will also say this steering wheel puller I got from Kaiser Willys has been a lifesaver. I've probably used it a dozen times since I got it. I'll put a link in the description to both the wheel and this puller. I think it's a great price. I think it's right around $100. And if you've ever taken a Willys steering wheel off, you know how challenging it can be. And also, you don't want to damage your wheel, because most of the time when we take the steering wheel off, it's going right back on. We're just working on something, replacing a column bushing, or a lot of times when we, when I say we, I mean the Jeep community, when we remove the tub, we often need to remove the steering wheel and slide the column over. So there's a many number of reasons why you take it off, and this puller really streamlines that process if you can get the nut on. So while I'm working on this, I thought I'd just talk to you a little bit. Getting a lot of questions about the power steering conversion, and it was a great success. I love it. It's working great. I've probably got 150 to 200 miles on it now, and I can't imagine going back. So a lot of the questions are, when's it going to be available? And they're working with the supplier right now to get a date on that. So check the date when this video is posted. At the time of this posting, it's not quite ready yet, but they're working on it, and we have a lot of people that are interested, and they really want to make sure it's a complete, good, tested kit. I'm continuing to give them feedback while I'm, driving this Jeep. It's summer, so I'm putting lots of miles on it, and it's going to be great. Well worth the wait. So just hang tight, follow my channel, follow Kaiser's pages as well, and we'll update that as soon as possible, but we do want to get that available to you. But we want to make sure everything is just right. All right, so got this off. There's a little spring under there, so sometimes it's kind of nice when they come flying at you, but most of the time it's a struggle. So this is an original MB wheel that I picked up at a swap meet back when I built this Jeep. It's in good shape. I love the look of it, but it's just a little bit big. It's a little intrusive. So as I'm preparing this, always put whatever your preferred anti-seize is. I had people hollering at me because I didn't use grease. But I mix a little bit of oil in with my anti-seize to thin it up a little bit. And I found that works great. So then you just take your new wheel. I pulled the Jeep perfectly straight in the garage, so I like one spoke straight up, but there's, I think, 36 splines on this column. So you can really get it just about anywhere you want. So you just got to wiggle it on enough to get your nut started. If it goes on hard, don't rely on that first 1 or 2 threads to draw it on. You don't want to strip out the top of your column. And if you have a horn, mine doesn't have the original horn. My horn's down there. But make sure you account for the, the horn contact and your button and the wire and spring and all that stuff. So then once it's on, just crank it down. I didn't make that, you saw that nut came off very easy in the beginning because that was a temporary install. I didn't want to crank that wheel on there just because I knew I was really excited waiting for this wheel to arrive. So I knew as soon as it got here, I was gonna pop that thing on and just couldn't wait to get it installed. There it is. So look at the difference here. I know 2 inches doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a big improvement. If you move your seat back 1 inch, you're really gonna feel like you're in a different vehicle. So there it is next to the old wheel. It has the same rise, which is, maybe 1.5 inches at the most. So it's not a significant change in the way it's dished. So I mean, that's a big difference. So yeah, I'm digging it. So if I hold it up here to the bottom of the wheel, you can actually see, I'll have to put a tape measure on it. I think it's more than a 2-inch difference. So before this video is over, I'll get a tape measure out and show you, but I just wanted to stay in this camera angle until it's done. So there it is. And with the power steering setup, I know there was concern about losing leverage. Depending on what you do with your Jeep, if you just drive it, for gravel roads and light trails, you're not going to really notice a 2-inch difference. The increased space, you're even going to have a more comfortable, because originally the bottom of my wheel was right against my belt buckle, so I really couldn't get a good grip on it. So it just makes it more comfortable, more natural feel. So I'm really excited to just put some more miles on this, enjoy this smaller wheel. So I'm gonna grab a tape measure and I'll show you the actual measurement differences. So let's start just measuring right across the center of the original wheel. So 17.25. So I'm not, trying to make sure I have it exactly centered. But yeah, I'd say 17.25 is safe to say. That's pretty darn close. And now let's measure across the new wheel. And it's 15.25. So yep, that is accurate. That it's 2 inches smaller in diameter. And you can kind of get a good visual for that when I set it here like this. So you can see, well, let me see if I can get it to balance there. And I'll show you the actual, belly difference. So down here at the bottom, it's 1.75 inches more belly room, and you'll have the same knuckle room to the windshield at the top. So just a vast improvement and a really fair price for the quality of this wheel and how good it looks and feels. I think it's a good investment. So I hope you found this video helpful. Those are 2 great items, both the steering wheel puller and the low profile steering wheel. So make sure you check out the description below for links to both of those products and use code RedEyeGarage10 to save 10%. My code does not expire and it works on all categories. It's not a regular sale, it's just a flat code that always works, and I really appreciate all those who use it. Feel free to ask questions in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching. Catch you later.